Už dámy a páni, nazdarec a vitajte pri ďalšej časti túto našej úžasnej hry. Tak sme skončili v hideoute, no a musím povedať, že tu je docela taká smutná atmosféra, hrá tu docela taká smutná hudba a celkom to vyzerá, že sa blížime do finále, dámy a páni. A v rámci toho, jak táto hra teda vyzerá, jak sa odohráva, takže je to taká vážnejšia hra, sa troška obávam toho finále, naozaj sa bojím, pretože mám nepríjemný pocit, že to neskončí úplne dobre táto hra. Jako, ono to možno skončí dobrým endingom pre svet, ale obávam sa, že to bude tiež hodne zlých vecí sa ešte stane, než táto hra skončí. No a ja som sa teda pozeral, že jak ďaleko sme a sme v 86% hlavného príbehu. To znamená, že naozaj sa blížime do finále. A to znamená, dámy a páni, že čo ja idem robiť teraz je... Najprv pobehám vedľajšie questíky. Teda najprv poviem za Joshuom, pravda, že pozrieť sa, či je v poriadku, pretože ten dostal priamu ranu od Odina alebo od Barnabáša, ktorý nás obidvoch totálne zničil, jak mňa, tak Joshu, ako reálne sa s nami doslova hral. No a... Potom porobíme všetky vedľajšáky a je dosť možné, že pôjdeme plnou parou až do finále. Takže poďme do nemocnice, poďme sa pozrieť za Joshuom a uvidíme, čo sa deje ďalej.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
On to Joshua rovno hovorí.
It was crystal clear.
Barnabáš sa s tým proste hral. Barnabáš sa s nami obidvoma len hral. Jako kočka s myšou.
I have never felt so powerless, and when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Proste, princ? Jo, on myslí toho, on myslí Diona, že jo? Počkaj, že by... to bude ukážka od Diona, že jo? Jasné. Crystalline Dominion. Ten mamrd utiekol z hideawayu, skoro polomrtvý idiot zasraný a proste skoro chcípol po ceste sem. A vidím, že miestni sa asi lúčia so svojimi blízkymi, ktorí zomreli v tom meste pri práve vyčíňaní Bámuta. Že tam sa o to vlastne postarala tá malá holka, že jo? Tá... s tou medicínou. No vstávaj smrade, hej. Blbeček. Jako reálne Dion... Nemyslí si, že je silný jak Odin. Odin by ho zničil, ale spolu s Dionovou pomocou. A myslím si, že Dion zohrá ešte nejakú rolu. Ináč by ho neukazovali. Dion bude podľa mňa hrať ešte veľkú rolu v príbehu.
What is this place?
Čo je toto za miesto?
Don't move.
Hej! Ani sa nepohni, smrade. Len mu povedz. Tento sa ľúbi hýbať, keď je polomrtvý. Blondiák jeden. Á, jeho kopí.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Čerstvá zo studne.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Takže je to tak, je to proste taký ten rituál za mŕtvych, za ich duše, že jo? Všetci, ktorí zomreli, jak hovorím, v tom hlavnom meste. Pri prevrate, pri vyčínaní Bahamuta.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear.
To je moja práca, moje zlyhanie, môj hriech.
For it, I must atone.
A za to sa musím píkať. Kajať.
It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Kámo, ty si mohol byť vylečený ďaleko skorej, keby si nezdrhol z hideoutu polomrtvý blbečku. Som zvedavý naozaj, akú zohrá úlohu Dion ešte. Myslím si, že spolu s nami bude bojovať proti Ultime nejakým spôsobom. Bahamut je hrozne silný, jak hovorím. Nie je tak silný, jak Odín, ale...
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Phoenix, vyzerá to tak, že ti dlžím moje krídla. Tá červená bodka tam není len tak z prdele. Hrozne priťahuje oči. A autori to dobre vedia na tej oblohe. Možno nejaká expanzia?
He can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
Aj, odchádza sa, jo.
Will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile. And that we'll be attacked on sight.
Chápem.
Always find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you, come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Každý ide robiť svoju úlohu, ale v prvom rade musíme nájsť bezpečný prístav v kráľovstve Barnabáša.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Telo tvojho brata už takéhoto moc nezvládne, takýchto kúskov. A vec je, že ako ono prakticky, jestli správne chápem... počkaj, jak sa to oddialuje? Zoom... Jo, tak toto je Storm, že jo, tento kontinent, a tento tu je Ash. Čož je hrozne zaujímavé, pretože Ash je prakticky veľký jak ten druhý, ale tomuto tu vládne celému Barnabáš. My budeme musieť nájsť nejaký bezpečný prístav, pretože celý Ash sa po nás bude pozerať. A tým pádom každý si išiel robiť svoju úlohu, išiel získať informácie, poprípade nejaké zásoby a tak ďalej. No a... ja sa idem pozrieť, čo tu máme teda nové. Počkaj, tuto sú... teda tie questy, tie som už minulé pozeral, že jo? Jo, tie pôjdem pravda, že splniť, pravda, že všetky. A keď už som tu, tak sa môže zastaviť tuto za naším zase kováčom v depresii. Jak inak.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. with the forge and all that.
Čo sa stalo?
The mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
Etherflap.
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Boris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
Jestli sa čoskoro niečo nespraví, tak práve tá dedina, odkiaľ pochádza.
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn know?
Blackthorn.
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid.
Je vo veľkom nebezpečí pred Akashikmi.
No. It's better this way.
Vyzerá tak, že všade naokolo tam majú záplavy étru.
I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
A my tam teda máme nabehnúť a rozsekať nejakých tých Akashikov. OK, to je docela jednoduché, ale čo to bude spoločné s Blackthornom, to vôbec netuším. Tak či tak. Tuto Mid spolu s Vivian vymýšľajú, kde teda zakotviť.
Clive, I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
Barnabáš, odkedy prebral to kráľovstvo, tak ho totálne izoloval od kohokoľvek iného. Čiže Barnabáš prakticky celé to kráľovstvo není o tom skoro nič známe po celé roky. Kráľovstvo a ľud je proste Barnabáš, ten, ktorého volajú posledný král. Ty vole.
Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas.
Dorazil ako chlapec.
And barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash.
A zjednotil celý kontinent.
And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years
40 rokov potom.
Quite untouched.
Stále sedí na tróne, aké by sa ho vôbec netýkal čas.
Inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear.
No ale vyzerá tak, že Waloed je proste super husté kráľovstvo.
If the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot
Budeme
on
v totálne neznámom teritóriu,
Much of the continent has already been lost to the
keď
blind,
dorazíme do Ashu.
and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that
Všetky
is to say
prístavy
naught
super
of its
strážené.
natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
Ty vogo, jako celé ten kontinent je prírodzená pevnosť.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
OK, takže pôjdeme vlastne do Valúdu, tade, kde nás vyplavilo na tej pláži. Valúd je doslova celý ten kontinent Ashu, je doslova veľká pevnosť, ktorá je osídlená najhustejším kráľovstvom, najsilnejšou armádou, najšialenejším kráľom a najsilnejším dominantom. Well, to bude rozhodne gigantická prdel.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Navštívime teda najprv shelves. Pôjdeme žať Joshuom, pretože tuto Clive chce dať nejaký príhovor všetkým prej.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Čo mi má povedať?
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject.
Okay.
And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Oh.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus?
Cyklus.
I would think not.
Okruh Malliusa.
But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to
Oh.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us.
Oh.
Though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
OK, takže jestli som správne pochopil, tak Ultima je prakticky boská figura. Vyzerá to tak, že po celom kontinente bola vyznávaná, ale na Storme, na tej ľavej strane kontinentu, ju prestali vyznávať a nahradila ju iná viera, ktorá má niektoré ako podobné veci práve s tou vierou Ultimu. Ale vyzerá to tak, že v Ashi, tam kde je Barnabáš, tak tam možno tú vieru nikdy nenahradila iná viera. To znamená, že chrámy tam budú zachované a v tých chrámoch sa môžeme dozvedieť viacej o Ultime. A to je dôvod, prečo prakticky celý Ash a Barnabáš takto sú fanatici. Oni stále Ultimu pokladajú za svojho boha, že jo? Oni práve si držia tú starú vieru, ktorá zo Stormu už zmizla. Tam práve môžeme nájsť odpovede na mnohé otázky. Čo je zač Ultima? O čomu ide? No teda vieme, o čomu ide, ale... WTF, čo je zač? Kde sa zobral?
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why, so I won't bother you with the boring details. Only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain.
Okay.
Only Joshua and I will be going.
Len ja, Joshua, jo.
And a
Pôjdeme.
scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
Your ass, I do. I'd still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though, just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
The Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Uvidíme sa v prístave. Takže vlastne ideme na kontinent, ktorý je nám totálne neznámy, je izolovaný a plný nepriateľov, a tých najsilnejších nepriateľov. A jedného smrtiaceho. No, teda minimálne dvoch smrtiacich, Barnabáš a Ultima. Takže tak, boys. Speak with Otto. Across the Narrow. Máme porozprávať s Otíkom, jo? Čo vy ostatní, Joshua?
We will find what we seek in Ash and learn the truth of Ultima's origins.
Som si celkom istý, že sa dozvieme pravdu v Ashi a že sa dozvieme pravdu o Ultimovej podstate, alebo odkiaľ pochádza.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Keď sa raz vydáme sem, dámy a páni, keď sa raz vydáme sem, tak mám taký dojem, že tak skoro neskončíme. Ja idem ale späť do Hideawayu, pretože chcel som nastíniť, čo nás čaká, ale teraz ma naozaj zaujímavé vedľajšáky. Ja som totiž to počul takú vec, že práve pred finále je tá posledný batch vedľajšákov je skvelý. Ja som v tomto chcel ponúť čo najviac, aby sa mi teoreticky odhalili aj hanty. Nektár, čo to tu máš? Nejaké nové hantíky pre mňa, brate? Tak ukáže, čo zaujímavé, ale. Eskový rank, Pandemonium. Wow. Kde ale je, hej? Tu Rebellion, Swiftly Crash, Money of the Rock... Oh, ja si myslím, že on bude... On bude niekde ako tam priamo, v tej lokácii v... Ako tam, kam ideme, v Ashi. Je dosť možné, že bude. Tak, čo potrebujete tu odo mňa? Aj, joté.
Stay strong. My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might.
Čo potrebuješ?
It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to
takže
have
už
any
nemá
real
žiadne
effect.
utišováky bolesti.
So I consulted with
Z tej rany
Talia
na
and
jeho
certain of my
hrudi.
comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by.
Kritická ingrediencia do nejakého lieku pre Joshu.
Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help?
Není problém, prosím, povedz, že tú ingredienciu zožene. Stavím sa, že z nejakého posraného morbola zase, hej.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort.
Stonerwort?
It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth.
Takže je to v oblasti, ktorá je zaplavená. Normálni ľudia sa tam nedostanú. Ježišmaria. Som totálne presvietený, sekundu.
We might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well...
Jo, je to tak, prakticky jediný, kto preto môže ísť, sú dominanti, alebo...
Search around the aqueduct. And you're sure to find some soon enough.
No dobre, toto bude docela jednoduché, ale mám taký pocit, že tam bude poriadny fighting s niečím. Mám taký dojem, že tam bude niečo poriadne, inak by the way nemôže on vlastne vypustiť, keby čokoľvek má na tej hrudi. Evidentne Ultima nedáva mrda, dávno sa z toho vyslobodila, pretože Ultima pobehuje tam vonku. Nemôže proste jednoducho to dať nejak preč? Alebo vyliečiť to, alebo... Ja nevím, teraz už keď ako je to... Ako väzenie pre Ultimu vôbec ako nefunguje. A keď otázka je... Vieme o tom, že nefunguje. Ja teraz som si ani istý, ale... Teda vieme, že Ultima už pobehuje tam vonku, že?
Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Moment, jasné, je problém.
You need more bomb ash.
Bomb ash?
We still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter.
Nový smelter.
It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regeneration.
Nemáš žiadnu, čo kurva meleš, kámo. Prosím, povedz, čo ti má zohnať.
Let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter. And you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Here, you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
Okay.
If it's a hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
Jaká dobrotka toto.
Exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
Okay.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace.
Okay.
We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is,
Jo, takže se tam tie falenské artefakty na jeho nový prístroj výmysel.
That's it in a nutshell. Yeah. We're only 3 short, mate. And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
Oh, takže budem cestovať po celej krajine, aby som mu zohnal 3 guličky, jo. On potrebuje posledné guličky, aby vytvoril nejaký fucking mega výmysel. Okidoki, není problém. Tak, máme tu tým pádom všetko? Počkaj, ja sa ešte pozriem k sebe domov. No pozriem sa najprv za našim kolegom Blackthornom, pretože ten tam má nejaké novinky. Potom sa k sebe pozriem domov, pretože tam mám nejaké nové listy. Počkaj, tady to? Ne, tady to na druhú stranu. Tam mám nejaké nové listy a vyzerá to tak, že potom sa vydáme do terénu. Potom sa vydáme do terénu a pôjdeme riešiť bullshity. Tak. No dobre, čo máme tu? Hello. Potrebujem niečo Ice Brand. Oh boy, porovnanie? Jo, je to o mnoho lepšie. Kupujeme Ice Brand instantne, to je šivina vec. Jo, by the way, ja som si troška poprehadzoval ikonov. Pozeral som sa na tie šiviné abilitky. Shiva Channel. Pozeral som sa na tie šiviné abilitky. Počkaj vlastne. Ja som si ich neprehadzoval. Ja som to ešte potom loadol. Budem si ich musieť poprihadzovať. A tie šiviné abilitky reálne sa mi moc nepáčia. Jediné, čo sa mi páči teda na tých šiviných abilitkách je tuto ten Cold Snap, čo je prakticky špeciálny dodge s útokom. Ale reálne Ice Age nič moc nevyzerá. Mesmerize tiež nič moc. Potom tu máme tento Rime, ktorý vyzerá pomerne lepšie. A potom tu máme Diamond Dust, čo je ultimátka, ale tá tiež nemá moc veľké poškodenie. Takže, meh. Ale tá je abilitka, tá hlavná. To je vlastne také uhýbanie, že jo?
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool, that some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there. Both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Rebuild her home.
On pôjde prebudovávať Eastpool, že jo, my sme ho tam rovno poslali. Tak, poďme sa pozrieť sem, čo máme teda v listoch nové. Plno nových listov určite. A niečo od Ota. Captain Doris Call, Self-Determination.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
OK, takže máme niečo nového. No ja som sa chcel pozrieť na tie abilitky. Ja som to ešte rozmýšľal, že by som to nejak ako prerobil celé. Jo, pretože realita je taká, že jakých ikonov by som bral? Asi by som dal reálne preč Phoenix Shift po dlhej dobe. Dal by som toto sem. Toto asi sem. A tu by sme dali, alebo počkaj. Takto. A sem skúsime dať Shivu. A čo chcem spraviť je, že ja chcem mať túto abilitku, ale tieto dve abilitky chcem mať preč, takže ich dám preč. A namiesto nich by som dal... Wait a second. To dám takto. Takto. Sem dám... Bahamuta. Sem dám Shivu. A... Gigaflare. Removability. Gigaflare je hrozne dobrý. Na nabíjanie... Počkaj, sem by sme čo dali teoreticky? Wind up možno? Alebo Judgment Bolt, alebo Flame Breath. A čo by som tam dal? Čo keď vyupgradujem toto naplno? Ja potrebujem totiž to nejakú AOE abilitku. Takže toto dáme na Mastery, toto dáme naplno. OK. A dáme to sem, Scarlet Cyclone a Gigaflare. Na tuto dáme proste nejaké dve heavy hitting abilitky. Jedna je určite Judgment Bolt, totálka. A otázka je, čo je druhá, hej. Ktorá je taká super heavy hitting abilitka. Ktorá dáva fakt mordy strašné. Niečo, čo dáva fakt strašné bomby. Tento Wind-up je hrozne silný. Ja myslím, že ten Wind-up by sme tam mohli dať. Jo, takto Wind-up. Čiže poradovník bude následovný. Najprv Gigaflare, potom Scarlet Cyclone, potom Wind-up a nakoniec Judgment Bolt. A máme to na Cold Snap, čo som ešte neskúšal, ale vyskúšam to. To je nová šibiná abilitka teda. Som na ňu hrozne zvedavý. Dobre, tým pádom... What the hell? Self-determination. To je tu. Optime. Aha, počkaj, to je ohľadne našich curse breakerov. Tí niečo od nás ešte chcú. No som zvedavý, jak to bude fungovať v súboji, ale hrozne sa mi páči tá šibiná abilitka. Ale je to prakticky dodge so špeciálnym protiútokom, ktorý zmrazí nepriateľov. Neviem, či to bude fungovať na bossov, skôr asi ne.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job.
Doris je tá veliteľka kurz breakerov.
When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
Vyzerá tak, že možno išla sama niekde na vlastnú pesť.
I hope everything's all right.
Jo, ja teda dúfam tiež, že všetko je v poriadku, ale nevyzerá to tak. Cole sa o ňu obával a preto nám povedal toto celé. No dobre, takže Martha's Rest, kde máme... Jesus Christ, 3 reads, čo to tu je? Boha, tu je to docela dosť. V Martha's Reste máme ďalší questík, ktorý tam môžeme nabrať. Vyzerá tak, že tu bude to hodne moc. Ale to tiež znamená nejaké dobré fajtíky. Jo, ale najprv idem za Martou. Tá možno pre mňa bude mať niečo nové. Hello!
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself, as have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Oh, takže máme odnes nejaký zásielku semienok do Eastpoolu, aby mohli pestovať svoje vlastné žrádlo. Problém je, že sa tam ale podľa všetkého tropí nejaký väčší problém. Všade naokolo akašici a je problém tam doviesť vôbec hocičo.
Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love them too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of it. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook them right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Takže ideme Ispulanou učiť ohľadne to, že... Jak sa tam do prdele pestuje, jo. No dobre, tak to by sme mali, ale ešte sa tu môžeme v rýchlosti opýtať. Počkaj, to bol... To bol Gav? Ty vole, čo tu robí do prdele Gav, hej? Ha? Že by Gav išiel s nami? Ja ani o tom neviem. No nie je to dosť možné, že Gav tu chodí s nami teraz. No jasné, hej. Ho, Gav chodí s nami. Interesting. No dobre, ale koho sa tu mám opýtať na... Počkaj, jak sa zoomuje? R-ko? Jo, takto. Koho sa tu mám opýtať na našu kolegyňu? Počkaj, nelen Gav, ale ešte aj Joshua je tu s nami. No tak to bude Mela, hej.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times. I'll give your office.
Teraz sa to bude zabíjať o mnoho lepšie, máme 3 parťákov.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance.
Takže otrokár, ktorého sleduje, je starý známy.
And then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you.
Takže to je tá otrokárka.
You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
No dobre, takže nejaká nebezpečná otrokárka, ktorú... Jestli teraz nezlikvidujeme, tak prakticky zmizne z povrchu zemského. Vyzerá to tak, že tu toho mám docela dosť. Kde to bude teraz ale najlepšie začať? Ja by som povedal, že možno 3 reads, sem sa teleportnúť, nasadnúť na Ambróziu, vyriešiť túto tu jednu vec a potom pôjdeme ďalej. Myslím si, že všetko to bude ale obnášať poriadne vytlkanie palíc, hej. Tak, jedna teda lokácia je rovno tu, uprostred Aetherfloodu. To vážky, ale to ma nezaujíma. Kytičky, tiež nezájem. Počkaj, ja musím prejsť cez tento most, že jo? OK. No a teraz tá je tu dole. Wow. Čo to do prdele? Jo. Mám totiž to čokobo, Ambrózia nemôže ísť do Aetherfloodu. Čo to tam je? Akashi Gigas. No ty vole. Dobre, Akashickí sú dole, ešte tam máme jedného vzadu. Veľkého boja budeme teraz ignorovať. Dobre, a teraz veľký boj. Dobre. Vyskúšam ten cold snap. To som dal príliš neskoro, Ja vyskúšam tú Garudu. To mi úplne vyšlo. Aha. Jak to teda funguje? Jako, vidíš, že sa s tým dá jako vyhýbať, ale... What the hell? Ja som asi zmetený, jak to teda funguje. Zatiaľ sa mi ešte ani raz nepodarila za to špeciálka. Oh, kamo? Asi som zmetený. Teraz sa to podarilo dať. Jako ono to zmrazí na nejakú dobu, ale je to hrozne špecifické. Príde mi, že je to hrozne jako ťažké trafiť s tým. OK, a teraz vyskúšame moje kombo, ktoré som si vymyslel. Tak, najprv toto tu. Teraz toto tu. Teraz wind up. A teraz bolt. Tak uvidíme, koľko damage to dá. 71 000, krása. Ty vole, ale jako úprimne, tá šivina abilitka sa mi moc nepáči, ona je hrozne špecifická, jako není to, tamto načasovanie je ešte o mnoho ťažšie než obyčajný dodge. Neviem, či šivu budem používať, pravdepodobne. Jako, reálne by som povedal, že šiva je zatiaľ môj najmenej obľúbený dominant. Jej abilitka mi nepríde nejak extra dobrá, ťažko sa s ňou zasahuje. A bohužel jej abilitky tiež mi neprídu nejak extra dobré. A príde mi to docela šitý úprimne. Chudák Shiva bude odstavená na druhú kolaj. Počkaj, teraz kam, jo, teraz od tohto obelisku. Tak to budem musieť prerobiť. Asi pôjdem späť do... No ja vám nevím. Asi pôjdem späť do Fenixa. Ten jeho charge je pomerne dobrý. Ok, ja to asi tak spravím, boys, pretože naozaj... Bohužiaľ mi nevyhovuje. Takže Phoenix. Wind up, Scarlet Cyclone. Judgment Bolt. OK, toto bude lepšie asi, I guess. Jo, takto by to malo byť najlepšie. Bohužiaľ. Jako ja keď som sa pozeral na tie abilitky, tak som bol, že neúplne ideálne pre mňa. Počkaj, teraz kam ideme, jo, tuto blízko by malo byť niečo. Goblínsky magri. Takže máme tie prísady, ktoré sme potrebovali. Počkaj, tady je to? Jo, idem správne. Počkaj, tu by malo byť čo, ja už si nepamätám. Toto mi neoznačuje, pretože mám toľko vedľajších questov, že už mi ich aj neoznačuje, hej. Quest Destination. Jo, to sú tí otroci. To je tá otrokárka.
They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
Ako Doris vôbec pozná túto otrokárku?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
Kill him. Good luck with that. Ohľadne toho zabíjania, boys, myslím, že to bude naopak. Tak, ten je zaseknutý. Týchto tu vyklepeme obidvoch na kopu. Nazdar Joshua, pridal si sa do bitky, jo. OK, koho tu máme ešte ďalšieho? Scarlet Cyclone. No ja si musel ale zvyknúť na to nové, jak ich mám zaradené tie jednotlivé schopnosti. Pretože v tom mám malinko bordel. Mr. Legionár imperiálny. Smolík. No ja si musel zvyknúť na to nové poradie, pretože mám to pomenené a to zvykanie tam chvíľku trvá, že jo. By som sa posral, keby si chcela teraz najať aj nás, hej.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid the Outlaw, pozná nás, jo. Sviňa jedna.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter.
Otrokov vojakov.
Terrible things to earn her favor.
Vychováva.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
Počkaj, to necháme ako odísť, alebo niečo?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that
takže
justice
dáma
is
sa o to
done.
postará.
Alright.
Pre ona už nemá konexie, ale dáma má, postará sa o to, aby spravodlivosti bolo učinené zadosť.
For everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Jo, Coleovi potom povieme, že všetko je v pohode. Takže sme tu troška pomohli, tuto našej kolegyni. V zbrani. No a otázka je, kam teraz ďalej? Počkaj, že mi nás to portlo rovno do hideawayu? Ha! Prejdeme rovno do hideawayu, boys.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be alright.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
OK, quest hotový, to bolo to docela jednoduché. Lenže to zďaleka ešte... Ty vole, ale ja som chcel ísť ďalej. Kruci. Tam totiž to bola ešte jedna úloha, že jo, v Rozárii stále. No nič, dámy a páni, zvyšok porobíme v ďalšej epizóde, no a potom sa vrhneme na hlavnú príbehovú linku. Díky moc za sledováníčko tejto časti tu, my sa uvidíme v tej ďalšej, zatiaľ sa majte krásne a príjemný zvyšok dňa želám, čau čau.